tank top. I piled my recently dyed dark red hair up into a messy bun on the top of my head and admired the shaved undercut. I filled up my travel tote with enough clothes for a week away from home. Now, I just needed my favorite olive green bomber jacket. Not that May in Lubbock, Texas was cold by any stretch of the imagination. But the dusty, windy, and flat place I had called home for almost 2 years now got cool on summer nights. But the jacket was nowhere to be found. I tore my apartment apart looking for it. I swore I'd left it hanging in my closet. But nope. No luck. Must have left it at work or in the car or something. I finally added a black Beatles sweatshirt I'd picked up at a thrift store to the bag and headed over to Heidi's place where she lived with Austin Wright. They'd gotten together last year, and they were totally crazy in love. They'd gotten engaged practically right away, and they now lived together in a brand new house that they'd had built together. Landon was packing up his Jeep when I pulled up in my black Tahoe. He waved as I parked.
"Hey, Julia. I'm glad to see that Heidi convinced you to come with us."
I hopped out of the car and moved my bag into the trunk. "Yeah, she's persuasive, all right. Told me to get my ass over here and hung up on me." Landon laughed congenially. He had the goddamn right good looks. Dark hair, penetrating dark eyes, perfect smile, and so tall that you could climb the fuckers.
"That sounds like my fiancé."
"I swear you say it just because you like the sound of it." He grinned, not at all sheepish.
"Can't blame me."
"Not in the least." Heidi appeared then in tiny white cutoffs and her hot pink bathing suit top. She had a huge floppy hat on her head and her long blonde hair falling to her waist, and sunglasses to cover her entire face. "I'm so fucking ready." She clobbered me on sight, planting a kiss on my cheek. "You're insane," I told her. "And you are wearing too many clothes." "Don't say that around Emery. She might get jealous," I said about Heidi's longtime best friend.
"Can I watch?"
Landon asked from where he was standing with his arms crossed, eyeing us. "You can join in," Heidi said with a wink. Then she smacked my ass and hopped into the front seat. I climbed into the back, and once Landon was in the driver's seat, we were off and away. It was only a 20-minute drive to Ransom Canyon, and Heidi kept me from brooding too much about my recent breakup. Not that I was actually upset about leaving Trevor. I was more upset that he was right. I liked uncomplicated fun, preferably with a lot of mind-blowing sex. "So, who all did you say would be here?" I asked again. Heidi trailed off. Landon shot her a look of frustration.
"My family mostly."
"Mostly?"
"Heidi and Emery and her sister Kimber and her husband Noah, and their 2 kids will also be there."
"And?" I added.
"And Patrick,"
Landon said, adding Austin's best friend as an afterthought. "What happened to all the hot, eligible bachelors, Heidi?" She chewed on her bottom lip, and her big blue eyes searched my face. "About that... Oh, you're such a bitch." Great. I was going to be the only single girl there who wasn't related to the Wright family, and the 2 single guys there were totally off limits. Just perfect. Heidi laughed and just shrugged. Clearly, this had all been part of her evil plan, the little witch. Landon parked his Jeep next to a giant truck, which I vaguely recalled belonging to the eldest Wright sibling, Jensen. Landon waved us off when we tried to help.
"Go on and check out the lake. I've got this."
"Thanks, Landon," I said. Heidi kissed his cheek, grabbed my hand, and dashed down the hill to the dock below. Ransom Canyon was a town of only about 1,000 people, but the lake filled up all summer, and it was busiest on 4th of July and Memorial Day, as in today. Boats were everywhere, with parties happening.